What's up, guys? Mike here with another nutrition video. I got Erik Bustillo, registered dietitian and coach. You guys know him, you love him. Thank you for being here, Erik.
Sure thing.
Awesome. Okay, so straight to the point, because we always promise you that we're going to keep these short. Which supplements should our athletes take?
All right. So I think the first question is, should they be taking a supplement? You know, typically we want the quick fix, right? So, hey, creatine is going to do this. Oh, great. Erik, should I take creatine? What does your diet look like first, right? So I kind of try to navigate towards, are they doing the right or best thing when it comes to their nutrition first and foremost? So as far as supplements go, the ones that I would recommend to some of our athletes are going to be protein powder. Even though it's technically a food, it's a macronutrient, proteins. But I would use the supplemental powders or the ready-to-drink shakes. They make them where they contain milk. They make them where they're plant-based. So you can pick the ones that you prefer. And then afterwards, in general, I'll typically recommend, at least for CrossFit, creatine is almost like a no-brainer. I've been recommending that one for well over a decade now, and evidence shows that it's beneficial for things outside of performance, assuming that there are no kidney or liver issues. Beta-alanine is another one that I would recommend. That one can cause the tingles, that paresthesia.
I love it.
I don't like that feeling.
Really? I love it.
I'm not a fan.
It lets me know that I'm ready to go.
Oh man, I don't like it. But it can help in CrossFit style workouts. And then the next ones that I would recommend help with performance, like L-citrulline is one that can potentially help out, as well as something like, if you wanted to take this instead, would be like a beetroot powder, something with that for nitric oxide. I would say take one or the other, the L-citrulline or the beetroot. But then we have things like fish oil, vitamin D, magnesium, but that's kind of getting into the weeds about it. In general, a protein powder, potentially a carbohydrate supplement, especially if they're under consuming, and they do sell carb powders. Creatine, monohydrate, beta-alanine, and then maybe something like L-citrulline outside of that.
This one is for my wife and all the women out there. Do you recommend women taking creatine?
100%. I recommend creatine for women. If they're pregnant, I still recommend creatine for them. We need more research there, but so far it seems safe, and it looks like it could benefit the fetus as well. So yes, creatine for women too.
How young would a youth athlete start taking creatine?
I haven't seen any research showing that there's an age, like a cap, that you shouldn't take creatine at this particular level. If they're eating steak, if they're eating chicken, then they're getting creatine in little amounts, and our body naturally produces creatine. So I would say, as long as there are no like inborn errors of metabolism in a child or a human, and no kidney or liver issues, they can try a little bit of creatine at whatever age.
Love it. Loading phase or non-loading phase?
I would go with no loading phase necessary. The loading phase would only be beneficial if someone needed to pack their creatine in their body stores as fast as possible. And if you fall into that category, I think you're maybe poorly managing whatever your game plan is. If you're in a rush to do it, then I think that you could have strategized a little bit better, unless you got pulled into a competition, a week before, then load for sure.
Yeah. Well, so far I'm happy because I checked the box on all of the supplements that you said.
Awesome.
Even the L-citrulline, the magnesium, the fish oil. I do the vitamin D drops that come with, this is not a plug, but come with Athletic Greens. They give you a free year.
Yeah.
But I try to get my vitamin D mostly from the sun. Cool. I think we touched on most of them, right?
Yeah, I think those were good.
Awesome.
And obviously, I think people will ask specific questions. So if they do, put them in the box.
Yeah. Comment section on Instagram. Thank you, guys.